Have you ever met someone who seemed to understand you better than anyone else? Almost too well? A person who could read your emotions before you even spoke them, and yet something about them felt off. What if I told you that the people with the highest emotional intelligence aren't always the kindest? What if sometimes they are the most dangerous? Today, we're going to talk about a personality type that few people understand, one that lives in the shadows of psychology. The dark empath. This isn't about labeling people or creating fear. It's about pulling back a curtain on a hidden dynamic that you may have already experienced without knowing what it was. It's the kind of knowledge that, once you have it, changes how you see the world and the people in it. So, what is a dark empath? Forget the complicated psychological terms for a moment. Think of it this way. You have empathy, the ability to feel and understand what someone else is feeling. And then you have the dark triad. Traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. A dark empath is a chilling combination of both. They possess genuine empathy, but they don't use it to connect or heal. They use it as a tool, a map to your inner world, showing them exactly where your strengths, weaknesses, and deepest insecurities lie. This is why they feel so safe at first. When you meet them, it feels like a revelation. They listen intently, not just to your words, but to the feelings behind them. They make you feel seen, heard, and completely understood. This is called emotional mirroring. They reflect your own emotions back at you, creating an instant, powerful bond of trust. You might share things with them that you've never told anyone else. Convinced you've found a soulmate or a truly compassionate friend, you let your guard down completely, believing you are in the presence of someone who genuinely cares. This initial connection is intoxicating. It feels real because, in a way, their understanding of you is real, and that is the great misunderstanding. We are taught to believe that empathy is a purely good trait. If someone understands our pain, we assume they would never want to cause it. So when a dark empath shows you profound understanding, your brain automatically labels them as good, safe, or kind. But their empathy isn't a bridge for connection. It's a tool for manipulation. For example, they might notice you're feeling insecure about a project at work. Instead of reassuring you, they might say something like, "I can see how much pressure you're under. It must be so hard when you feel like you have to prove yourself all the time." It sounds supportive, but it subtly reinforces your insecurity, making you more dependent on their validation. So, how do you know if you've met one? It's less about a checklist of behaviors and more about how they make you feel over time. You might notice that after talking to them, you often feel a little drained or emotionally confused, even if the conversation was positive. You might feel a strange sense of obligation to them, like you owe them for being so understanding. There's often a subtle, unsettling feeling that they know more about you than you've told them. You might catch them using your deepest fears or secrets as leverage, but always disguised as a joke or a piece of friendly advice. The biggest sign is the disconnect between how understood you feel in the moment and how controlled or diminished you feel afterward. This is what makes them potentially more dangerous than a typical toxic person. Someone who is openly narcissistic or aggressive is easy to spot. Their red flags are bright and clear. But a dark empath operates under the perfect camouflage: kindness and understanding. They don't need to raise their voice or make obvious threats. Their weapon is your own emotional landscape. They use their empathy to gain your trust, learn your vulnerabilities, and then subtly control your perceptions and decisions from the inside out. They can destabilize your confidence and make you question your own reality, all while maintaining the appearance of being your most supportive ally. The manipulation is so subtle, so expertly crafted, that you might even find yourself defending them to others. The final realization is a quiet and often lonely one. It's the slow, dawning horror that the person who seemed to understand your soul was actually using that understanding to dismantle it. It's recognizing that the empathy they showed you wasn't a gift. It was a weapon. And the deepest wounds aren't left by those who hate us, but by those who understand us completely and choose to hurt us anyway.